Good morning. We're here this morning to honor the life of Whitney Gunn and recognize the extraordinary work of these folks standing behind me and some others that couldn't be here this morning. 28 years ago, on July 25th, 1990, 88-year-old Whitney Gunn was asleep in her home at 219 Live Oak here in New Smyrna, and she awoke to some sounds inside her house. She lived alone there, so there shouldn't have been any sounds. She went to investigate and was accosted. She was brutally assaulted and sexually battered. Despite being left for dead inside her home, she was able to call 911, and our officers back then responded. She was taken to the hospital. She was able to provide some information to those officers, but unfortunately she succumbed to her injuries 3 days later on July 28th. An autopsy revealed that her death was due to blunt force trauma and was a homicide. Although officers investigated this crime 28 years ago, they were unsuccessful in solving it. Over the years that followed, different detectives worked on the case on and off. They received some tips, but they just weren't able to piece the case together. One thing remained the same: we would never give up. Our cold case team, led by Detective Nikki Diffin, who could not be here today, she's on vacation, and Dave Dunaway, they worked tirelessly together to bring the facts together of this case to lead us to where we are today. The rest of the team, as I introduced here, was Sergeant Chris Kirk, retired Edgewater Police Chief Bill Bennett, and a couple other people I want to talk about. FDLE Senior Crime Laboratory Analysis Tim Petrie from FDLE, and Ryan Will, who has been instrumental in bringing this case to a successful prosecution. Advances in the detection and analysis of DNA over the last 20 years have helped us to identify a suspect, and good police work by these detectives enabled us to bring the case to the grand jury this past Monday. The grand jury returned an indictment against Lynn Eugene Young for first-degree murder, burglary of an occupied dwelling with battery, and sexual battery by the use of force causing serious personal injury. I am so proud to be associated with professional law enforcement investigators like Nikki Diffin and Dave Dunaway. They were relentless in pursuing the facts and never gave up hope that we would find justice for Whitney Gunn. That's what today is about. This is about Whitney Gunn.